Cheers! Welcome to A Latte Life, where we drink lattes and talk about life. Today I am going to be talking about all things I learned about self-care in the month of September. A lot of big changes happened, obviously getting settled into college, and so I just wanted to kind of touch on my experiences, tell you guys what's been working for me to get to the place that I am with body image, healthy eating, and getting back into routines, but also just dealing with homesickness, just all the things that usually comes with your first month back in college, and then also share where I'm still struggling. We're going to talk about all things mental health, physical, emotional, spiritual health, all the things. Make yourself your own favorite warm beverage, light a candle, whatever you want to do to get into a nice little cozy, comfy mood. And I'll bring my footrest over here, and we are going to get started. So September 2019, moved from home. I was home in Knoxville, Tennessee for 3 months over the summer. I am in Nashville, so I moved back to Nashville late August, early September. So it's been about, I go home next weekend for the first time in 6 weeks, and honestly, that's a really long time for me. I know maybe for you guys, if you're at college, you don't go home till like Thanksgiving, but for me, and last year, since I'm only 3 minutes away from my hometown, I would go home and see my family once a month, just because I could. And I have seen my parents a few times since moving here. They visited me, but haven't been home, haven't seen my brother, haven't been in that like atmosphere. The good thing about waiting so long to go home is that my dorm room here feels like home. It feels very cozy. I feel very comfortable. It's weird how I've only been living here a month, but I'm already at this like okay feeling with it. It's weird how your body adapts to those things. But just because I feel comfortable in my new area doesn't mean that I still am not homesick. I definitely am excited to go home and be back in my room over my birthday weekend. And if you guys want to hear more about homesickness and how I deal with it, how I like got through it last year too, all my tips and still struggles, I just did a podcast episode where I talked about it for quite a bit. So if you're interested in that, I will link it below. That is a big part of moving to college, is being homesick of something, whether if it's not your family you're homesick of, it could just be like your room, your pets, your hometown, your friends, your job back home, whatever it is. I think we all kind of, without realizing it, even if we were so excited to move away, we're all kind of thinking about, oh wait, I do actually miss this part of that prior life I had. So just know that like if you're going through that, if September was maybe hard for you, we're all going through it. We're all trying to cope with new changes, and then along with moving into a new city, with moving into a new room, you're also thrown into new classes, meeting tons of people. And for me, guys, honestly, this year I'm really proud of myself. I've gone out of my comfort zone with friends for sure. I feel like I am an extroverted person. If you come up to me and you talk, like I will talk to you all day. I love speaking in public, that kind of thing. But with guys, I think I've mentioned this before. I think I talked about this on my last Latte Life. Guys are definitely the part that I don't feel as confident in talking to guys or just making friends with guys. I feel like I'm pretty good at talking with girls since I talk to you guys all the time. I've honestly been proud of, I've just put myself out there, put myself in situations where I would talk to more guys, whether it's in my classes or going to do different Bible studies, and just, it's really not that bad when you start doing it. But for years I was always just like, oh, what are they going to think of me, that kind of thing. But honestly, this past month I have grown so much, and a little bit over the summer, but especially this past month, being in school, I've really seen myself grow in this area and not be so fearful of that, and just taking my time and doing my thing and not feeling like I have to be super perfect around them or anything like that. So one of my goals for this year, for this school year, was to just have like different groups of friends, and obviously all my friends are also friends, like we've all hung out together, but which is an amazing thing. But I just also found myself this month being so overwhelmed with trying to manage, it sounds bad, but like managing friendships, feeling like if I hang out with these people on Saturday, the other friends are going to be upset or think that I don't want to be with them. And I think part of it's me because I overanalyze situations with people a lot, and I also want to always be people pleasing, so I want to please like every friend, and I just can't do that if I'm not hanging out with every friend all the time. So that is something that I'm currently working through. If you guys have any advice for me, I would love to hear about just like managing different kinds of friend groups. Let me know if you've dealt with that. One thing I'm really proud of where I'm at right now is my health. I remember I did this first semester of last year to second semester, I kind of let my health slide, but I'm back on it. I'm hoping to keep this through second semester. Guys, I feel so, this is so like happy for me to say, I feel so proud and happy in my body right now, in my physical body. Obviously I'm not 100% like always positive about the way I look. I'll probably be editing this video and nitpicking like this area or my arms, or Hannah, you don't look toned at all, like why are you feeling so body positive? But when I'm not constantly looking at myself, the way I feel is so good. I've been trying, here's what I've been doing. I'm not saying this is going to work for you, but this is what I've been doing. I try to work out 3 to 5 times a week, and I only do the workouts that I like to do. Yoga, bar, or any kind of like new workout class. I joined a club called Charge. I mentioned it in one of the College Day in My Lives. Charge, which every Tuesday as a group from Belmont, we all girls go to a new fitness boutique studio and try it out. So I've done spin and like crank fit, which is like CrossFit, so that was cool to just try. But also what I've been doing is just some cardio in the gym in my building, and what I do with that is I run on the treadmill or do the elliptical, and I listen to musical music. I know that sounds really weird, but guys, Hamilton has like that beat, steady beat in the background, but then it's like always changing and it's intense and like sad and happy, so it's getting my mind off of physically running. And I'm so proud that yesterday my body, I ran almost 4 miles. I like ran straight for over 30 minutes or something, like basically ran a 5K on the treadmill downstairs out of nowhere. Like I wasn't planning on running that long. I was just listening to my body and I was running and I was feeling good. I wanted to listen to more of my soundtracks and I just kept running. Like I just kept going, and I was so proud of my body after I was completely exhausted. Did not eat enough food after. I was asleep super early last night, but I was just so proud of my body, and so it's become more of like a I feel good because I'm proud, and I honestly can't wait till tomorrow is most likely when it'll happen. I'll go to the gym and I'll see if I can push my body a little farther, like obviously staying safe, but just being like, okay, can you run 4 miles? Can you run farther than that? And I don't have a scale here at school, so I'm not able to weigh myself at all, and I'm honestly kind of excited to go back home and see if I have lost any weight. But since I can't keep track of my weight, I'm really just going off of the way my clothes fit me, the way I feel when I look in the mirror. And when I look in the mirror, the past few weeks, I've been happy. Like there's still one part that I'm working on that I nitpick, but all the rest of my body, I'm like, okay, Hannah, I'm seeing changes, seeing transformations. You feel good, you look good, and it's really honestly exciting when you can like look in the mirror and actually like what you see. And then for eating healthy, what I've been doing is not being super specific. I've tried so many different kinds of diets and ways of eating in the past. What I do is I just mentally throughout my day keep a check of like, have you had fruits today? Have you had veggies? How many carbs have you had? Have you eaten healthy fats? So every meal I just try to make the best decision for my body that I can. Not perfect. Sometimes in the cafeteria we don't have a lot of options, but I'm just gonna go with the best option at that moment. And then on the weekends is when I allow myself to eat the more usually unhealthy items. Like I will treat myself to ice cream with friends, a milkshake after a concert. Like I just don't hold back. But I know during the week, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna eat ice cream during the week. I'm not gonna eat cookies. I'm not gonna try to eat a lot of like processed junk food during the week. I'll save that for my weekends. And just having that mentality has really helped me. I don't restrict myself on the weekends. I don't even really have like a cheat meal. It's more just like a, what do I wanna eat this weekend? My main meals, I still try to eat healthy, but if we're gonna have pasta one night, I'm like, okay, it's the weekend. I'm gonna have some pasta, and then I'm gonna have some cookies and a slice of cake tomorrow. You know, like I don't limit myself to one meal. Maybe I can get there one day, but right now it's just like enjoy my weekends, choose what I want to eat, and then enjoy what I want to eat. I had a really good experience one week. I had a really long day. It was a Thursday, so almost the weekend. I don't have classes on Friday, so I guess you could have counted it as my weekend. But I got done with classes and I said all day, that whole week I was craving a Five Daughters Bakery donut. Best donuts in Nashville, croissant donut. It's literally my favorite dessert ever. And I was like, you know what? After Thursday, after this long day, I'm gonna take a walk. So I got some exercise in, take a walk to the bakery, which is like a 20-minute walk away from me. I listened to a business podcast on my way there and back. I loved it. I got my donut. I came right to this spot on the couch, made myself some coffee, and watched a movie while eating my donut. And that was my Thursday night, and it was heaven. It was phenomenal. And I really, even though that donut probably had way too much sugar, salt, and calories that I ever want to know, I enjoyed every single bite of that donut. I watched Late Night with Mindy Kaling on Amazon Prime and just like had myself a little night to myself and really enjoyed that treat. So I'm trying to focus on eating foods that obviously make me feel good and look good, but also when I do want to have my treats, my specials, fun foods, that I really enjoy them. Talking more about like little self-care nights, last night I would say was another self-care day. I originally had plans with friends to do Topgolf. Didn't have enough people, so we canceled them, and I could have like gone and done some other plans too, been with other friends, but honestly, especially after that run, I was so exhausted and I was in like one of those moods where I felt really inspired, so I wanted to do a little bit of work while I was feeling inspired on my business, just things like that. And then I again sat right here in this spot on my couch and I put on my new favorite show, which is The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon Prime. It's cute, it's funny, it's inspirational, all my favorite things in a show. Go watch it right now. My friend told me to watch it. Does not disappoint. I love that. And I just had myself some yogurt and granola and a chai latte. I know, random. And I sat right here and for like 2.5 to 3 hours, which is like 3 episodes, I watched that and didn't feel bad about it. And then I was asleep by 10:30, got 10 hours of sleep last night, feeling great today, and I just definitely like needed that night in. And I think in college, a lot of times I feel like I'm missing out. There's obviously FOMO, and you're always like, okay, if I'm at this party, like what's better at the next party, or what's better, what are these people doing on Snapchat? Like, is it cooler than me? I feel that every weekend on Friday and Saturday. Let me know if you guys are in college and you feel that too. It's like, you're always like, what's going on? Are they having more fun than me? That kind of thing. So staying by myself on a Saturday night when friends were out doing things, it was hard mentally. I was like, oh my gosh, I should be hanging out with them. I should be having a movie night with them. I should be going to get ice cream with them. But I'm honestly really proud of myself for just still staying in and not falling into FOMO, and such a buzzword, but it's true. Like, at least I found, and I'm not really even in like the college party scene. I can't even imagine if I actually went to actual parties. I would feel that on another level of like, oh, is this party better? Where should we go tonight? Yeah, that seems like a lot of stress. I'm not even in that, and I still feel like the Friday and Saturday pressure in college to be doing something super cool. Anyway, the last thing I want to talk about is kind of just how I stay in this mood of feeling good about myself, feeling happy, feeling like I'm taking care of myself. And honestly, guys, I treat myself to forms of self-care every day. Okay, camera died, so this video I've been filming for like 30 minutes. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I definitely do a form of self-care for myself multiple times, just like every day. I think the difference between self-care and just being lazy is having a specific time for it. This is just my opinion. For example, a form of self-care for me is watching Netflix. I love watching TV shows, happy, funny TV shows. That's what I love to watch. But I'm not gonna do that in the middle of a Wednesday afternoon. It's Sunday even now, like it's Sunday afternoon. I really wanna watch another episode of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, but I'm not going to because I have stuff to do and it gets during the day, and if I start watching now, I'm gonna watch all through the evening, and before I know it, it's 6 hours later and I'm still watching TV. So instead of it being, you know, like a Monday morning or a Monday afternoon and being like, okay, time for self-care, I don't want to do this homework assignment, so self-care time, I'm gonna watch TV. Instead, be like, okay, I need to get this homework assignment done. If I do this and get everything else done that I need to today, then tonight I'll have some time. I'll set aside an hour and a half, however long, to watch TV. That is what I personally do when it comes to Netflix and trying not to feel lazy, but still giving myself that self-care time. So my mornings are bliss for me, favorite part of my day. I get sad when like 10 a.m. hits because I'm sad the morning's over and I really don't like the afternoons. So I'm always sad that the mornings are coming to an end. I know, kind of extreme. I did just upload my fall morning routine, so if you want to see all that goes into that, I will link it below and in the cards. Definitely part of it is doing my devotions and like my gratitude journaling, making myself a nice cup of coffee, having time to do my hair and my makeup and my skincare and just take time to get ready and anything else I want to do. Another form of self-care for me is good food. I try to buy healthy food. I try to buy from like Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, just things that make me feel good. That can definitely be a form of self-care. I mean, I think that's one of the biggest ways we can take better care of ourselves is through what we eat. So making sure to do that. Also, a form of self-care that I do daily is I do try to wear outfits or clothes that make me feel good. If I don't like my outfit one day, like after my first class, I'm probably gonna change because it really just affects my mood. Even when I go to work out, I normally don't work out in like a baggy t-shirt. I only have like 4 nice Lululemon tops, like tank tops, that kind of thing. I only have 3 or 4, but I just make sure to wear one of those when I work out, even if I'm wearing the same workout outfit every week. I try to like look cute when I'm working out so I feel better. I try to buy less but nicer items. So for skincare and makeup, I'm not buying those items every week, not even every month. But when I do buy a new makeup item or a new piece of skincare or a new shoe, something like that, I do splurge a little bit more because I want it to be nice. So for me, just using nice products makes me feel better. Like when I open up my makeup drawer and it's mostly higher end products that I know work amazing for me. Not saying drugstore doesn't work well, but for me, I like seeing the high-end look. I like the packaging. I like the way they feel. I like watching reviews and like studying about the products before I go and purchase them. So just opening up my drawer and seeing beautiful, expensive products honestly make me feel luxurious. So I make sure to save or ask for them for gifts, things like that, because I'm not buying luxury makeup all the time. Definitely not, but it's nice when I can and add to my collection. Doing little things like that in September is how I've learned to be my best self and to feel my best. Like I said, still struggling with things, of course, but as I work through personal development, these are the things that I've noticed me take control of in September to, like I said, feel my best and feel just really on top of the game, feel like I can conquer college. And whew, ain't that a sentence? Conquer college. Can anyone conquer college? Like, there's so many moving pieces to life and we just are expected to have them all perfect, but that's not the case. But we're slowly getting there one by one. Okay, that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was insightful, helpful for you. Let me know what you learned about self-care in September in the comments. We can start a thread, start just talking about all of our different practices, and I can't wait to talk to you guys in my next video. Bye! Peace out.